on. Now do it again.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. You got me out there.
Now do it again.
Yeah. Eight is a real dude, straight up. He a real cat. You know what I'm saying? He real cat, and he's still making music, man. He's still making music.
Hey, man, that last shit he did with Premier. Oh yes. My God.
Premier, Dub C, and I forget or whatever. I sent y'all guys the video for that, and it actually was the last video Dub C brother was in. It was it Jinx? Not Jinx. Crazy Tunes. I think that's Crazy Tunes. Whatever. He passed away. Dub C's brother or whatever. It was the last video he was in. It was MC8, produced by.
He got the album. I can't think of the name. I just so happened to download his album. Like, I want to say it was a year and a half ago, maybe a year ago, because I was watching something. He was there, a new album out, but he got some new projects he doing now. You know, and it's only gonna be the ear of a lyricist that's gonna listen to what he got to say. This new rap, all you need is a good hook and a beat. You know what I'm saying? I'm more into the cats that's lyrical. And I think
shit, get into the story, man. You over here doing what you was doing. Yeah, get into the story, son.
All right, so I'm in LA and I'm leaving LA on my way to Arizona. So I just so happened to stop by this little gas station outside of LA, this little area. I want to make sure I'm saying this right. It's either Lake Lenoir or Lake Lanier. Not Lanier, that's in Atlanta. Lake Lenoir or Eleanor or whatever it was area. So I'm in the store, and anybody who know me, you know I smoke black and mild wine. So my saying is, when I go to the store, I'm gonna tell whatever clerk it is, give me however many, but make sure they soft like a lady's ass, because I don't like them hard. I want them soft. You know what I'm saying? So, and when I said that, he's standing beside me. I didn't even know he was in the store, and all he said was, "Yeah, homie." It depends on what side of the fence he on, if he gonna know what that mean or not. So when he said "yeah," he caught me right there. So I looked and I was like, "Hey." He was like, "Yeah, what's happening, homie?" So I automatically spit a verse off Duck Sick from the CMW album. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I grew up on that.
Auditioning for the nigga.
Stuff on the counter. He put his stuff on the counter. He looked at me and he was like, "Do it again." So I spit another verse off We Come Strapped, off the album We Come Strapped, If You Take Two With Me. And he was like, "Oh, it's official now." Sat me up, you know what I'm saying? We was talking, chopping it up, said I made his day. And I told him where I was from, you know, all that. And I was like, "Man, I gotta get a picture. I need to chop it up with you." He said, "Say less, meet me outside." So we got outside, we're chopping up and talking, you know, Blue One, like, he a real cat. Like, he really was down to earth. He a real cat. Say, "Hey, I stay around the corner, whoop, whoop, whoop." But like I said before, hey, homie, I was starstruck for real. Like, I couldn't think correctly. I wanted to get the man number, talk to him some more. Plus, I'm thinking I got to go to work. I need to get on the road. I didn't park the truck, forgot about work. You know what I mean? So,
hey, man.
To find out, my boss called me like 15 minutes later. I was off. "Hey, you ain't got to go. I'm still in LA. So, man, yeah. But it was once in a lifetime experience for me, because I mean, to me, lyrically, there's a few people I respect, and there's a lot of cats that I grew up on. I respect what he did. Even his beef with Quick was what it was.
Still don't believe. You know, this fool brought that up to him.
Wow.
Why would you bring that up at that time?
Hey, let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something. If you a real dude, if you a real dude, then you respect real shit. And 8 is a real dude.
What'd he say when you brought that shit up, man? What'd he say?
Nothing really, but like, as you already know, Jid.
Hey, was he with Little Hawkenberg?
The shit was going back and forth. But that DJ Quick, what is it? Don't Make Dollars, Don't Make Sense off the album.
Don't make sense.
Yeah.
Hey,
man.
That's what make rap what it is. That's what make lyricism what it is. Somebody shoot you, you get back up and shoot back.
Right.
That's what it is. Yeah. It ain't, you know, and they cool now. You know what I mean? And they cool. So it is what it is. We grown, man. They grown now. So
hey, man, was that a special edition like Rolling 60s Croc? that he's rocking.
Oh, they got on. You know what? I looked at him. He did have on all blue, didn't he? And luckily, I had on blue that day.
My man, MC8 made Crocs hardcore the motherfucker, man.
Yeah. He was riding hard. He had a nice little challenger. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But I got in my traveling gear. I'm rolling. I'm not expecting. You know, I'm thinking I'm about to be up out of here.
Yeah.
Running to 8 at the damn store.
Couldn't have planned it no better.
Facts.
Hey, it just happened, man. That I wasn't looking for. And I seen the dude in the blue walk in the store, but I'm not thinking it's 8.
Right. Of all the people.
And where I was at, I'm not thinking it's 8. And it was him. But like I said, he cool, man. He was a real dude. Like, you know, that's one of them moments I ain't gonna forget. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, for sure.
You over getting his number like, hey man, I'm coming through, man. I got some potatoes.
Man, and I ain't gonna lie, like, he caught me off guard, man. Like I wasn't thinking about it. And I was like, I was just enjoying the little conversation we had. So, you know.
Right on. Okay.
It is what it is. I missed out on, and what that part wasn't meant to be. So
yeah, that's cool, man. Like you said, you got the picture. You was there. You met him, chopped it up. You know, so.
Yeah. Stamp and keep pushing.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right, Tank. What we got, Playboy?
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Instead of stepping. There we go.
Came out with this music, man.
Mr. Ruck, man. Mr. Ruck. We gotta revamp everything, man. We'll get there.
We're trying to rock this motherfucker with 3 the hard way. Tank Cobb, Eddie P, 3 the hard way.
Yeah, we missing our man. He's supposed to be bringing us in.
Yeah. Shout out to old Painless.
Get well
feel no more pain, man. No more pain. You're gonna switch that name up when you get back home, man.
Yeah,
Old
man,
and
get
healed.
better soon.
That's his new name. Old and healed.
All healed up.
All healed up.
All healed up.
Yeah, my man hit me up with that photo like this. Yeah, man, still here, dog. Still here.
All right, man. That's motherfucker.
Oh, that nigga, no heartbreak.
Yes, sir. No heartbreak.
No heartbreak. It's gonna be his new name with me. No heartbreak.
That's it.
Oh shit. All right, man. So what's up? What's up? This motherfucker. You got
You're now rocking with the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at it. We on
tab up.
Yeah.
Get the tab, son.
There we go.
Missing that piece of the puzzle.
Here we go.
Yeah. Elon Musk.
Missing that piece of the puzzle.
He drop a little bit of coin.
Yeah. Was it like
week.
50 billion?
What, 44, 45?
God.
Either way, man.
Damn near 50 billion.
Yeah,
Right.
we could say 50. Fuck it. We round up around these.
We're gonna round it off. 50 billion. He dropped it.
Bill.
He got 50.
So why is everybody tripping? Just another rich dude doing rich shit?
I mean,
what's the deal?
I know a lot of people on Twitter have been well, Twitter's been real fucked up, of course, like YouTube and everywhere else with the censorship that we're seeing. Yeah, I mean, they've been shadow banning and all kinds of different things. You know, one day you say something fucked up, and the next day nobody else sees your comments. You know,
right?
And he's promising to get rid of all of that. He's talking about making the software open source and get rid of everyone that's not human on Twitter. So get rid of all the bots and everything. I mean, it's what it should be. But of course, just because it's him, you know, it's making headlines, and then everybody's got a fucked up opinion about it.
Until he starts leaning to a certain party.
Yeah,
I've heard some negative things about him. I don't know why.
Yeah, I mean, I get why most folks vote that way, you know, because the tax breaks lean in their favor. I get it. If you're a billionaire, I get why you vote that way. You know what I mean? But when you have so much money, man, why even bother with the party? Period. You are, you know what I'm saying? You whatever you need to be.
Yeah, people are arguing about he could have did something else with that much money.
Like
He
what?
could help a lot of people. That's what they argued about. One of the things, anyway.
Hey man, I mean, he just did help. He helped a lot of motherfuckers. I mean, if you think about it, Twitter's the biggest place to go talk shit. And
here's my thing. This is the guy who did Tesla. So he took something that was already created by a genius and just enhanced it in our modern day times. And look at these vehicles. I don't know if y'all ever rode in a Tesla, but that shit is popping.
Yeah, man.
And now they got the energy things that's running homes. Yeah. So to me, in my opinion, if he has a vision of something, when he puts his vision into action, it becomes greatness. So if he's going to do something great with Twitter, let's just sit back and see where he's going to take it before we pass any judgment. He may make it twice as better than what it is now. We don't know yet.
I'm not even on Twitter. What up, OP?
I have a Twitter, but I don't even use it. I purposely stay off it. I can't stand the format of it.
Okay.
I don't even. It's not aesthetically pleasing to me. My bad, Ed. You were saying.
Yeah, no worries, man. I get that. I definitely get that. That's why I don't partake in that. But it's just one of those things. I just kept seeing everybody talking about. Well, this is my last tweet. This is, I'm not coming back on Twitter again. And I was like, what is going on? What did this dude say? I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's like, did he say something, or it's just him buying it? That's
one of the things he came on and said was that we're gonna have free speech again, and he's like, giving Donald Trump back his Twitter account, that type of thing. Okay. And granted, motherfuckers do say a lot of stupid shit, but then again, they should be allowed to,
right?
Freedom of speech.
Yeah, and here we go. Where we're 3 years into this COVID thing, or 2 years into this COVID thing, and we found out that everybody's been lying about the fucking shit the whole time. And they silenced a lot of critics who were actually academics working in the field of immunology, and they were getting silenced.
You silenced the chief immunologist who came up with mRNA, the patent for mRNA technology.
Yeah.
And you tell him that his comments are inappropriate until 2 weeks after you've reported on it.
Yeah.
I mean, when he came out, that was it.
Yeah, it was scaring the masses, and we can't have that. With that kind of talk fucks with the market. Yeah, you can't fuck with the market.
And that's what we're really saying is what it really comes down to at the end of the day is that dollar, which we, subconsciously we all know. Yeah. We regurgitate it as a fact, but I mean, that's just the reality. And I think the flack that he was catching in the front end was he's made statements against Twitter prior. But you think about it, you can't condemn the man or judge the man for buying Twitter, because if I had the money to make a difference in something that I disliked, that means I have given some energy of thought towards that thing. If I formed an opinion, like I like it, I don't like it, right? So if I can give that thought and energy towards that thing and I have the money, why wouldn't I buy it out and turn it into what I want it to be?
Yeah, me and Craig was talking earlier, and I was just like, dude, who?
I don't know if that's me, but I'm hearing a lot of static.
I think that's you, homie.
Yeah, that's you, man.
That's you, homie. That's all you got is static? You don't hear nothing else?
Hey, try rebooting.
Yeah, log out, log back in.
Yeah, that might solve it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think we've come to a point where Twitter won't fall in line with the rest of the established media in spreading propaganda. And I think that's what the flack he's catching is that he's not going to be their puppet. He's going to say what the fuck he wants. He's going to allow people to say what the fuck they want on one of the biggest exchanges on the planet.
And that's what they're afraid of.
Yeah.
That's what they're afraid of. Exactly. That's what it boils down to, is the fact that he's going to let people be people and speak their mind on a platform and give them the ability to be heard. And they're afraid of the comeback.
Yeah. And by getting rid of the bots, that gets rid of the 1%ers hold over us. I mean, they're the people that fund these bots that run the same nonsense past us a million times a day, so it becomes central dogma. Once you get rid of those, you know, they don't have the power over us as much as before, I guess.
Because if the message changed, yeah, you don't, like you said, you don't hear that constant drum beat of these damn bots constantly. You hear different opinions. You may form a different opinion. Like me and Craig was talking earlier. It's like, who in their right mind would drop, I don't care how much money you have, who would drop 50 billion on something that you don't have no plans on making it,
Got a plan for
good?
that. Just like you said, that's business 101. He already got a plan. He already got a strategy, and he got the money to push it to come true. So, I mean, do y'all remember when Tesla first came out? Everybody was skeptical. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
and they did have some bugs in the beginning, but now, man,
he did it because he was going against the brands, the big three, GM, Ford, and
right.
He was going against the big boys, and it was like,
and he was going against the motor company itself. His cars are mostly electric. So you know, if y'all heard, I think it's 2026. We supposed to go all electric.
Everybody.
Right.
So
right.
He
already hit the game.
Yeah. We had an episode on that where Tank said that you just can't go plug in to a Tesla. You have to buy certain shit, whatever. You just can't go.
You have to have an account. You have to have an account with them.
Yeah, and I was like, I didn't know that shit. I just thought as long as you could, plug it into it, you go ahead, swipe your card, and they just charge you, debit your card.
I think it's not even no card. It's the way your account is set up.
Well,
everything is connected.
The connectors themselves are proprietary. So only Teslas can charge at a Tesla supercharger.
Okay.
What do y'all think about that 2026 changeover?
I think it'll be a good thing. I don't think that we're going to make the majority of the cars electric by then. I do see where if they implement autonomous driving, you'll see large vehicles like buses, trains. Trains, of course, have been doing autonomous, but you'll see like large public transportation systems based on autonomous vehicles, autonomous battery operated vehicles. I don't believe that there's enough lithium in the world to make that switch over, but
completely.
You are seeing emerging technologies where things are changing. We have the graphene batteries, you have the solid state batteries, you have capacitive solid state trips. So you can see the changeover, but there's going to have to be a big cost reduction in some of the newest technology that would drive the supply for all those vehicles.
That's a very good valid point you made about the batteries. I didn't really think about that. But once again, are we just in the dark with our perception or our thought of what they have and what they don't have? Because if they're going public and saying, hey, by this year, by this date, we will no longer make gas powered cars, we're pulled onto electric. And they already got some on the road now. So they got more than we know? Because you can go to O'Reilly's right now and buy one of their batteries. They got one that's yellow, blue, and red, Optimum something, and those are 10 and 15-year batteries alone themselves.
Yeah. The batteries will last a very, very long time if they're properly maintained. So,
break it down for him, Tank, about the different as far as what contributes to battery loss, just like any other battery. Go ahead. I'm sorry. On your toes.
Temperature, of course, adds to the degradation of a battery, and then charge cycles. So if you are charging your battery to 100% every time you plug it in, you are going to degrade that battery at a significantly higher rate than if you charge it to 50% every time you plug it in. The battery will last 30,000-40,000 times longer. I mean, it's insane how much of a difference in battery life you will get by changing the amount of charge that you put into it each time. And then also when you talk about those large cells, like the 12 volt battery replacements, I'm not sure how those are set up, but the Tesla batteries are basically the run-of-the-mill rechargeable battery. So they're easy to manufacture, and they're also easy to recycle. So that's going to play a big role into moving forward with electric vehicles, is the recycling of the battery. So when I take my Tesla in a couple of years to get the battery replaced, I'm not going to have the whole battery replaced. They're going to take out the individual bad cells and just replace those one by one. And those cells are only $1, $2 a piece right now. In 3 or 4 years, it'll probably be 20, 30 cents. But they'll just take those bad batteries out, recycle them, and put them into a new car. So we're not going to see the crushing and remanufacturing of vehicles like we saw 20 years ago and 30 years ago. These are going to be refurbished vehicles like we see with cell phones.
Good point.
Whole new ball game coming around. But also,
as far as you spoke about the charge and recharge, every battery has CCA, cold cranking amps. And on your gas powered car, let's say you got a Impala, it may take 836 cold cranking amps to start. Now, even when it goes past that, it may have enough power to blow your horn, cut your radio on, cut your lights on, but it won't have enough power to start the car. With these Teslas, what I'm thinking is, because I don't know, that's why I'm asking, maybe one of y'all guys know. Like you said, you're correct. If you charge it up to 100% every time, you will deteriorate the battery. But you may not need to even come close to that. It's depending on where you're traveling to.
Right.
If half a charge would take you 300 miles, then that's all you ever need is half a charge. And because there's not a gas-powered motor, then that's going to eliminate the cold cranking amps, which actually is going to give you more power to use than less.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about as far as his tank. He has a Tesla, and he was breaking it down to me like, dude, it's going to cost you more, living out in the Midwest because of the different climate, because your car has to stay on or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The battery is going to get used a lot more because of the climate, And I was like, oh shit, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay, let me ask you a question. What about places that is extremely cold?
You're going to see extremely low battery output. So
But the cells are not gonna be the same.
Yeah, my car is like the 310 mile range one. But in the wintertime, you'd be lucky to get 200 miles out of it, just here in Ohio, just from it trying to maintain a certain battery temperature. So it's constantly heating the battery in the wintertime.
So your car is on if you don't have a garage or whatever room temperature. It's gonna kick on itself.
At the end of the day, in your opinion, is the car worth the money?
Oh, it's well worth the money. It's way
cool.
more.
That's
worth
all people are going to worry about.
Yep.
And see, what people don't understand is like when I went to go buy my Tesla, the only other car I was looking at was a Toyota Prius. And when you run the numbers, driving as much as I drove, I was able to grab the Tesla and pay almost the same amount of money as driving the Prius. When you take out what I'd be paying for gas and maintenance.
There you go.
Right, because there's really no maintenance, right?
No, there's no maintenance at all.
There's no maintenance, right?
Yeah, I have to pour windshield wiper fluid in it when I'm low, and that is the only fluid. And then batteries. I'm not sorry, not batteries, but tires. Yeah, that's it. And
I've heard you can get the tires on your Tesla account. Is that true?
Yeah, I don't see why not. Yeah, because they do everything by phone. Like if you wanted to change something, you just type it in and they'll come out to your house and fix your car.
Yeah, I heard a friend, he said you can even order your tires off. It just goes to your account. I was like, wow. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, that's how you get the car.
That's a big difference on what we're used to in the world today with cars. So it's
going to change everything. It's going to change everything. I mean, over the last, I've had mine for 3 years, and no maintenance whatsoever. 3 years, I got 85,000 miles on it, and no maintenance. And most of my fuel has been free.
See,
yeah, you charge at work. I charge it.
The car paid for itself then.
Yeah.
The car paid for itself,
and it runs exactly the same as the day I bought it. So you can't get 85,000 miles on an internal combustion engine and say, hey man, it's like showroom new.
Yeah, because I got in it and he was like, Ed, drive it. And I was like, what's wrong? He's like, motherfucker, floor it, hit it, zip. I mean, 0 to whatever. That motherfucker, it scoots.
There's no combustion. There's no combustion. So it's straight go. There's no combustion. So
there's nothing, no lag.
It's electricity.
You tap the damn little the gear shift up top, man. You don't even hear it go into gear. You actually have to look and make sure you in the right gear because you don't feel shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my cousin got an electric car. Every time I get in it and start it up, it plays music when it starts up. That's the only way I know the car is on. It'll be like ding 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 because you can't hear shit.
Yeah,
so
nothing.
You can't hear nothing.
Nothing. Like I said, man, but it's one of those. Hey, man, I can get used to this. Yeah, definitely get used.
It won me over. I was skeptical at first, but I'm not. I'm off. I'm for it now.
Yeah, everybody like, man, what if you run out? They was like, dude, if you run out, you ran out because you wanted to. You know what I mean? There's ample opportunities for you to get a charge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So stop with all that, and especially if you just and within your city limits, you'll be fine.
Yeah. You plug that bitch right into a light pole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it runs off of regular house electricity, man. It can run on. You can charge it off 112 or 110 or whatever it is.
Y'all seen the generators that Tesla's making for your homes now to run the whole home?
Yeah, the battery packs. The power walls.
Yeah, those are going to be huge, man. But
it's extreme.
Just wait until battery prices come down. Because if you think about it right now, like you probably better off with a generator and natural gas line. If you're trying to make up 7,500 kilowatts and you're going to pay 10 grand, you can grab a generator. Right. Natural gas is pretty cheap.
Yeah.
But as soon as those prices come down, man, that's going to make the electrical grid in this country a lot different. And that was one of the other big things somebody brings up. A lot of people bring up is that we don't have the electrical system to switch over all of the cars in the next 4 years. We don't have the grid couldn't support it. But once you start looking at micro gridding, where every house has solar panels and a battery wall, then that'll even out those demand spikes that you see during the day. And
that's another thing he's involved in is sponsoring those programs where they partner with different contractors where people can get affordable solar paneling for their homes if their home is like a qualified home.
Mm-hmm.
And they have like a questionnaire you just go through to decide, determine whether your house is compatible with it or not.
I mean, it's going to affect everybody. Think about it. He moved to Texas. You remember what happened last year during the ice storm and their grid fell?
Yeah.
And Elon was like, hey, holla at me, man. I got the juice. Holla at me.
It's amazing. When I was a kid, they had solar panels then, but nobody was on them. Now look, you get what I'm saying? The thought process has changed completely to then and now. Like I remember people knocking on my mom's door trying to sell her solar panels. Nobody was paying attention to that like that. You had to be wealthy or rich or something like that. Even it wasn't. But now we're looking at like, oh, okay.
It's an option.
Now you want to do it.
Yeah, it's an option.
You had to get enough wealthy people involved with it, invested in it, to where they can make it affordable for the everyday person. Then it's going to become another industry that they're automatically set at the top of.
Yeah, because who would have ever thought that Rolls Royce and them be talking about electric vehicles? All the big boys, all Ferrari, you know what I'm saying? Lamborghini, all of them got a fleet, a new vehicle that's plug and play.
Yeah,
all the big boys.
Yeah, they have to because they can't compete, man.
Exactly.
I guess the next thing we'll see is electric NASCAR.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh my God.
It'll be quiet as hell, but yeah.
Yeah, which will be, I don't know if y'all ever seen one in real life, but that shit is loud as hell.
Yeah, like I said, they'd be quiet, so yeah.
Yeah, it'd be a lot of fun for all those lithium fires.
Oh,
That's what I was thinking.
Lithium's a
wanna say
fucking
it.
metal that burns.
yeah.
I didn't want to say it. I was like, I'm gonna
Yeah.
keep that one
Try
inside.
putting that out.
But you,
You know.
yeah, you brought it out. Mm-hmm.
That is
Yeah, it'd
fucking
be real
hilarious.
bad.
man. Yeah, bad meaning bad, not bad meaning good.
Right, right.
NASCAR and yeah, I never thought about that.
Yeah,
That's some crazy
NASCAR,
shit.
Indy.
That'll be dope.
Man,
Then you got motorcycle racing.
Yep.
Yeah.
motocross.
Then you got everything now is gas. So anything, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that's gonna be what you see from now. It will be that. They will be
I don't know,
electric.
man. They probably will keep it that way because it'll be novelty. People will pay top dollar to see combustible engines.
You know what? I mean? They might even have to move them indoor. This might sound crazy, but create a ventilation system that would purify the air before it comes back outside.
For those cars.
For those cars. But you got to pay to go inside to watch those joints because the emissions.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, more way to make money. It's just another way to make money.
Absolutely right.
Absolutely.
At that point, it'll be historic.
Yep.
Oh, a gas car. I've never seen that before.
Right.
Yep.
You remember them old heads used to complain when they took the lead out the gas? Back in
Yeah.
the 80s. Old heads would complain about that, man.
Hey, that's like the old heads that complained when they took cocaine out of Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember like back when we had to pull our license plate down to get to the gas thing in our vehicle.
Right.
You know, back
Right.
when, you know, when you was cutting grass, you looked down and you saw your gas was pink. You know what I mean? Now,
yeah.
Remember that shit?
Oh man, that's a throwback. Yeah.
Yeah. Took that lead out. You looking at take that little cap off. Oh, it's some pink juice in there. We good.
Look like pink lemonade.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Times are changing, man.
Oh man, that's a throwback. You took me back on that one, Ed. I ain't gonna lie. I grew up cutting grass, so
Yes,
yeah.
sir. Yes, sir.
I bought my first cassette tape off cutting grass.
There it is. See?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
You know what I did too? It was
Did you?
Niggas for life.
There it
Did
is.
you? I
That was
bought
the first
my
thing you
first
bought?
one was my first one
because
was
I already
Public
had
Enemy.
like the copies of Too Short, Freaky Tales, and Cuss Words.
I think everybody had a copy of fucking Too Short's Freaky Tales. Like not the original, like a copy. Somebody slid you a copy or you was in somebody's whip and it just all happened to fall in your pocket. You know what I mean? And yeah, that's how it went down, man.
And your homeboy thought he was hooking you up with Too Short's last album.
Yeah. Yeah. All that.
Yeah, but he wasn't.
Yeah. Come on, man. Shorty the pimp.
This
We got Sir Tank.
This is the last one.
Yeah.
We'll be on next
y'all.
Let's see. Let me finish pouring this coffee. My bad.
Your old ass.
Hey, man. Bro, I was dragging ass today, man. I don't know what's up with this thing, man. I used to be able to just switch from one screen to another. Now it's making me do a whole bunch of extra stuff.
Making it work tonight?
It's making me work. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit.
We better move on because I was about to bring up the Neuralink. We were about to be on another topic.
Oh, yeah.
Skynet.
Yeah. Hey, first viral video, man, 30 years later.
We old, folks. We old. 30 years, man.
30 years later, 1991, March 3rd.
Man,
went home and it was just on those three major networks. You know, the video was rolling on the three majors. You know,
I never knew the exact date. March 3rd, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Believe it or not, that's my son's birthday.
That's my cousin's birthday.
Is it? Yeah, it's my son's birthday.
East Side. Oak Street Extension.
Yeah, East Side all day.
I ain't gonna say no name, but
East Side all day.
Born during one of the most famous precincts ever.
Yeah.
Oh,
years,
so
man.
I still got mixed feelings about this.
Have y'all heard anything about this at all? The anniversary. I don't want to call it anniversary, but have y'all heard anything about it?
No, I caught like a tail end or something, and what stuck out to me was the 30 years. And I was just like, damn, 30 years ago?
Yeah.
Okay. And then, like, you know, me and Craig were chopping it up. He was like, dude, I'm out this way. And radio silence, man. Nobody said
I ain't heard a
nothing.
peep.
But you know,
I ain't
what?
heard a peep about it. I ain't heard a peep.
Don't take
But you
it
know what?
the wrong way.
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead. Go
Oh,
ahead.
that's okay. You good, Craig? I was gonna say don't take it the
About what?
wrong way, but in lieu of recent events, it's sad to say that this was mild.
Yeah.
Wow.
He got his ass beat. I don't know about that.
How many
we
opportunities
could
did they have to kill him, though?
we could say it was mild, but dude, think about this is 91. We heard about shit like this.
We was even built different back then.
Yeah, we were, but you think about it. Fuck the Police came out before this.
Right.
Right.
What,
and they were like,
87?
this is what the hell we was talking about. Now y'all got the video.
Okay.
We've been talking about this.
Tupac.
You know what I mean? So
same time period, right?
yeah.
Tupacalypse. What do you say? What was the song? Violent. They say I'm violent just because I play what the people want.
Yeah.
Right.
And his whole album was talking about conflict with the police.
Yeah. I mean, it was nobody had it on video.
Right.
Because black dudes during that era was just getting, harassed for whatever reason. Cops going in your pockets just for whatever reason. You can't walk in bunches.
And this incident with him happened in the valley. It didn't happen in the heart of LA. It happened in the valley, which is supposed to be a decent area, which, you know what, when you think about it, man, if it would have happened in LA in that time, nobody would have had a video recorder.
Right.
So it had to happen in a rural area outside of the city where people had this type of money to buy that back then. That wasn't an everyday thing.
Quick question, with you bringing that fact up. Where was this footage? Who was it taken by? Did we ever find out?
Yeah.
Some white dude. He said
some white dude was on his balcony. When he pulled up and they pulled him over, some white dude was on his balcony.
That's right. I remember.
And videotaped it.
Yeah, I remember it.
You know what I'm saying? But even then, thank God that he exposed it. He didn't have to expose it.
True.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Very true.
And back then, in that time and era, like I said, he was in the valley. He just happened to be in a place where it got filmed. If it had happened in South Central or Compton or the heart of LA, 9 times out of 10, not.
Are all of you familiar with the both sides of that situation?
As far as Rodney doing what he was doing that night, you know, yeah. We know
he wasn't no saint. He wasn't no saint.
We're not saying that, but that's
no. And I'm not defending the police because I mean what they did was deplorable. Regardless, that was some despicable, repugnant, inhumane, carrying out of privilege.
Yeah.
To beat that ass, and I'm not trying to be funny, but that's why I said don't take me wrong. It's mild only in comparison to I can't breathe. To
Trayvon.
I got my hands up.
Yeah.
I'm coming towards you, but I got my hands up.
Right.
I stole a black and mild, maybe, possibly.
Right.
Possibly. Or I'm minding my business in between an all-star game commercial break to go get my Skittles.
Yeah, but it's just one of those, man. It set a trend. It started to set a trend, and it's not necessarily the video. We mainly want to talk about shit going viral.
Right.
Well, that constant drumbeat of a certain particular, heinous act.
Right.
And this pretty much set it off, man. This was like the beginning. Like we could talk about it. Cass was rapping about it before, and then all of a sudden the video came out and was like, look at the numbers at what Fuck the Police, the numbers before this video came out, and then the numbers after.
Right.
Because the numbers went through the roof after, because this was the anthem. You know what I mean? So I don't know what it was before, but I'm sure after the shit had to go at least diamond, easy.
Yeah. I think the reason I didn't hear anything about it, LA don't want to remember this. They don't want another uproar. Plus, like Ed mentioned to me earlier when we was talking, those guys walking around could be right down the street. They never went to prison. So nobody wants to bring this old wound up. They don't want to unhash it. They don't want to make it a 30-year viral experience, because I'm right here in the city where it happened at, and I ain't heard a peep. But at the same point in time, those guys went free. So, they could be anywhere around here. And he had to see him probably again.
Yeah.
I'm sure he did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this was the first time they let us know, even with video evidence, these motherfuckers were getting off.
Qualified immunity, baby.
Yeah.
They call it.
Yeah, and that's the only reason why they
And
I thank God for them as far as double jeopardy. That's on the same day life. Because if anybody with two eyes watch that video today, man, go put them guys under the jail.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I mean, even today you got video evidence and it don't mean jack shit.
But man, on this particular situation, they beat his ass.
They did.
I mean,
Yeah.
They beat it.
Everybody took turns.
Yeah.
Everybody took turns.
They never tried.
They beat him up.
The thing that really was inexcusable is none of them ever tried to mount him. I mean, during that entire process to put the cuffs on him, it was stay down, stop moving. The man's under the influence, and he kept getting up. That's the thing that was amazing. They zap him, he get back up. They hit him. He lay back down. He get back up. They hit him again. They tell him lay down. He refused. He keep trying to get all the way to his feet. They zap him again. He goes back down. So it looks like there's a proper amount of resistance to justify. But one thing that's missing is you never try to gain subject control.
What was that reason for pulling him over again in the first place?
Drunk driving?
Driving drunk for like the umpteenth time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they had justification for the stop, but the rest of it,
nah.
That inhumane. And then what really perplexed me, but taught me a lesson young, is how quickly the media spun it to when the riots started after the verdict or non-verdict came through. Reginald Denny, the guy that got pulled out of his truck, and I don't feel right about what happened to him either.
Mm-hmm.
That man was just trying to drop off his load, doing his job.
Yeah.
And they yanked this man out his vehicle and hit him with a brick and start celebrating like they did some miraculous shit.
Right.
But they used that one ignorant asshole who did that to spin the whole narrative.
Yeah. I mean, that's how it is back then. That's how it is now. Like they tried to character assassinate Trayvon. They found weed. They found weed in his system. Look at the gold teeth.
Wow.
The hell that's not a death sentence.
At all to do with
Yeah, they did the same shit, man. Doing the same shit now.
We have a large part of our economy is based on private prisons, and they have no problem with painting everybody as a public enemy. With black skin, painting every kid with black skin as a public enemy, and just keep those fucking places filled.
The prison industrial complex is the extension of Jim Crow. I mean, just like Sister Michelle Alexander explained in her book, in the age of color blindness, what she call it, the prison industrial complex in the age of color blindness, the new Jim Crow.
Yeah.
Y'all ever check that out? But yeah.
That's why we're such an aggressive culture, man.
They wrote those laws to put us specifically in the plantation life again. They're called the codes noir, the black codes from France. Look it up. They re-implemented them in the 1600s in Virginia first, Maryland, South Carolina. They had sundry acts and black codes, and then they had sundown towns. All that stuff goes way back, and they did it just to rebrand us, other than what our actual birthright was, so that they could justify making us criminals to exist. And if you stated what you were, you was a criminal for stating what you were.
So it's just repackaged.
Yeah,
that's all. Same shit.
Repackaged, recycled.
Again, now this was just to us.
Come out with a new label on it. That's all. Same thing.
Same thing. It was just a regular video. Now it was a viral moment.
Right.
30 years later, now it's repackaged. It's a viral moment.
First viral video.
Yeah, wow. It's in that category. I just wanted to rehash that since it is the big 3-0. You know what I mean? And nobody's fucking talking about it. You know what I mean? Let's give it a little quick shout out.
I agree. That's good stuff. Good stuff. Rest in peace, Rodney King.
Indeed. I was about to end on that. Rest in peace, Mr. King.
Yeah.
I hope he found peace.
Damn shame.
Yeah.
If I could get enough money to afford a pool and then drown in it.
Yep. Yep. Damn shame, bro.
That sounds like a show.
Yeah. One of those days, man. Shit happened.
It's all bad.
True.
Reggie Noble in the building.
REDMAN.
Yeah, man. What's this National Cannabis Party?
Everybody's favorite rapper.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
He's your favorite rapper's favorite rapper.
Favorite rapper's favorite rapper.
That dude who was blowing that smoke before Snoop.
Yeah.
Funk Dr. Spot.
Yeah.
He's been on the forefront of cannabis legalization forever. Like him and Cypress Hill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Those are the motherfuckers has always been at the front, like put in work.
Yeah.
Trying to legalize cannabis sativa.
And it's crazy how he hasn't jumped on the train as far as, dispensaries, throwing his name behind certain.
He's got his own shit.
He got his own shit too?
I'm almost positive, man.
Do he got an online?
Let me hold that shit back because I don't know what I'm talking about.
I know he's been talking about cannabis and other aspects of it, but I didn't know he had his own line. He may, every other rapper do.
Right.
But he might not, just because he wants to stand out. So he might not have a brand.
Yeah,
I thought he had a drink or something, right? Or is that Snoop?
Snoop got the drink.
Snoop got everything.
I was about to say, he took the words out of my mouth.
His own line. Snoop is on everything.
He's the hip hop George Foreman.
Yeah, Snoop got Martha Stewart.
Yeah, he got everything. Snoop got wine. He got his own wine, and he doing Corona. You know what I mean? He
he's big on that Corona
hands.
right now.
Yeah, both hands.
Snoop got a house in the metaverse, man. He ain't worried about nothing.
Facts. Definitely, man. Snoop's thinking.
That's what gangsta rap can propel you to.
I like his plans for DR. That's all I can say. I like his plans. I hope they succeed. Yeah. He's trying to get everybody paid that didn't get paid back in the day.
Yeah.
From Brave, RBX to the Dog Pound, everybody. Warren G.
He got everybody, because y'all knew that Warren G was not signed to Death Row.
Right.
He was just he was like a side project. Everybody went on, but he got signed to Def. He was the first West Coast rapper to sign to Def Jam.
Yep.
Right. It was Warren G, Snoop, and Nate Dogg. And Nate Dogg and Snoop were signed.
Right.
That's why Warren G got the Regulator, he got Draft Day, he got features, and he got stuff as independent, but he wasn't signed to Death Row.
Nope.
So now Snoop can come collaborate with all his homies, get everybody who didn't get that chance, and put them on his label.
Yeah, and do it in the metaverse.
Yeah.
Get these cats paid.
That's smart business too. And he get to get back in the hood, and those cats got something to say. So
yeah, because everybody's like,
what?
Yeah, cats is mad that Snoop don't be just signing all these old dudes back. I was like, first of all, these cats never got their shine the way they supposed to.
Because RBX was pretty good. He never really got to get his shine.
Right.
Exactly.
Like I said, the music is timeless. They could tour forever. They don't have to drop anything new. They could just work off what they have and just do a residency in Vegas, residency in the fucking metaverse, and make their money. You know what I'm saying?
They got something to say though.
They got something
to say. I hope that they follow. He follows his plan, and that everybody allows him. You know what I'm saying, to put them back in front of that opportunity, because there's a rule or law that after 8 years with publishing, if you were the artist on the song or co-writer, if you go back and re-record it again after that 8 years, you get the publishing for that. Yeah, for the next period of time. That's what
Ashanti's doing with her shit. She's fucking over Irv right now. He's pissed because the people don't know which one to go get, her version or his version.
She gets paid off.
Yeah.
Have y'all seen the talk that Snoop has in his interviews, telling everybody about everything that Master P did for him?
Yes.
Master P did? Okay, cool. So what I'm thinking Snoop is going to do he's going to duplicate that. Master P had a gang of artists, and if we all know, he put an album out every other week. Right. Snoop got the ability to do that now. He can take that same thing and put out an album from each one of them every month, every couple months or whatever, and get their name and their music out there and be like another No Limit.
Yeah.
If he chose to. Because Master P's the one who schooled him on how to get money.
Yeah, like you said, when he went down south, he was like, man, everything was love. He was like, it was just when I was in LA where I was coming out of pocket for everything. He was like, when I was down south, P and them took care of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he showed me how to move. You know what I mean? Everybody was laced up. He was like, wasn't nobody lacking for nothing. You know, it was cool.
Right. You got to think that they're re-releasing every single piece of music on a new platform. So, you know, just like how they resold all the albums that were once albums to tapes or 8 tracks, and how they had to do the same shit again for CDs and, you know, same thing again for MP3s. They're going to have to do the same thing again for NFTs and the metaverse. So this is that new stream of income that is coming towards these artists that wasn't even fathomable a few years ago. You know, so everybody gets to renegotiate contracts. And this is that retirement system that all these guys needed in music, especially coming out of death row.
Right. Because that body of work is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Everybody came through there. That music is fucking timeless.
Crazy.
It's just
awesome.
I mean, what?
Everything.
Everybody. The Tupac albums, the Dre album, the Snoop, the Murderers, the Case.
I got the first Chronic in my work truck right now, playing in the cassette player, and in the CD case.
See,
I mean, it's just
it's
it was
timeless, man. It's timeless.
Yeah, it's timeless. It's timeless. It was good music. It was good music.
You know,
for the era that it was.
Yeah, you had production. You know, you had folks actually fucking sitting there like do that over. You know, you had vocalists, you had people from Parliament actually playing on the damn song. You know, you had they went and got Roger Troutman. You know what I mean? It was like shit. Why sampling when we can get the motherfucker here for 50,000?
The Dramatics
and a couple of rocks.
Yeah, see,
the Dramatics.
Yeah, the Dramatics. Everybody like.
But that was that G-Funk era. That was that G.
And Leon Haywood is right there and watch.
Everybody.
I've been to his studio.
Elder Large.
Leon Haywood. I want to do something freaky to you.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3 into the 4. That when they sample.
Why sample? Can't
from
clear
the
sample? Yeah, get the dude. That's how that worked back then. It was like, dude, we know where Roger's at right now. Get him over here, man. He can do the video and everything. Get his ass here. Pay his ass cash. He'll go in the studio for a couple hours. We shoot the video. Done. You know, but like I said, it's a different time now. Hopefully, man, these NFTs will get all these cats something, like you said, a retirement plan.
Yeah.
Because these cats were getting paid like how Don Cornelius was paying the Soul Train dancers.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah,
I mean, just like with Pac, you got to think about it. Pac died with nothing, man.
Yeah, until he passed, and whoever owned those masters.
Man, don't we all die with nothing?
Not all of them. You better have a plan.
Not all of us. Yeah,
but
not somebody of that stature, man. It was just hoping that his legacy, instead of just people talking about it, is actually action behind his legacy.
Yeah,
I don't want his name being brought up in some Will Smith shit. You know what I mean? Let's get back to the music. See what I'm saying? I don't want that, part of his legacy.
They said he knew what he was doing, though. They said he didn't want anything. He just wanted to get his music out there. He wanted to get a house for his mama.
Right.
And a car for his house and a car for his baby's mom.
But yeah, it was just one of those situations, man, where, man, they said he was just a studio rat. Like, he get in there, man, don't fuck around. And it was like he knew he was on the clock. I got to get these albums out. And everybody was like, dude, I can't write. Like, E40 had a story about him when he came up to the Bay. It was like, dude, we don't write that fast. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, we got to smoke. We got to listen to a couple more beats. He was like, man, cats on the floor, feet up in the air and shit, writing, scribbling verses. And
the other thing He was
like,
trying to
Pac
get
got the song done.
He was trying to complete his obligation to Death Row so he could get his own label launched.
Yeah, he wanted to move on. He was
trying
thinking
to keep
business
that.
too.
Yep. He was trying to keep that low key.
Yeah.
And there was too many people running their mouth that, oh, he gonna do this for me, and I'm gonna be this person. I'm gonna be. Why can't you just keep that? Right here and just watch this man's back.
Right. His only partnership people knew about was the Outlaws.
Yeah,
that was it.
Yep.
They only ones who knew. They was the only ones who knew the move, man. It was like he said, "This is what we're gonna do," but everybody got to move together. But unfortunate situations happen. And it is what it is, man. That's where we at.
I gotta look up the woman's name, the one who had Death Row before Snoop just bought it. But when it came into her hands, I knew there was something in the works.
Wasn't it owned by
years in the making?
Snoop said he heard that it got sold. It was like somebody had bought it, and they were like, "We got it, but we don't know what to do with it." And Snoop was like, "Shit, let me make some phone calls." And then he was like, "All right, what y'all want for it?" Then they negotiated that. And he was like, "Okay, now what's up?" And he's like, how niggas be. Well, he owned Death Row, but he don't own the masters. So he's like, I made another phone call. They get a chance, check out that I think it was the Breakfast Club interview. He explained the whole breakdown. He was like, all right, how much for the publishing? They hit him with that number. He was like, God damn. It was like that much.
Yeah.
Shit. He was like, all right, man.
Snoop said he called and talked to Suge Knight too.
Said he had to make some moves. He had to move some shit around. He was like, yeah, got to make some moves. And all of a sudden he was like, all right, I got that. Now what? He was like, now I got the label and I got the publishing. He's like, some motherfuckers can't say shit now. He's like, I got it.
What did anybody know what it cost him total?
He ain't coming off that number. Nobody's coming off that number.
Talk about that.
You don't want to talk about that.
Because I'm gonna tell you, the Jewish woman that got it in the auction, she got it for I want to say between 24 and 26 million. It was a steal.
Yep. And again, people bought it. They was like, I think I'm sitting on something, but it's still got that stigma of hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still like, it's not, this isn't like Aerosmith. You know what I mean? This isn't
right.
Like the Rolling Stones. This is fucking hip hop.
But Snoop was the best person to buy it. He was the best person to buy it.
He's been making all these moves or whatever, and Snoop is probably the face of it, but knowing Snoop, being the savvy motherfucker that he is, he was like, y'all
angel investors.
Yes, y'all put up y'all money. I'll be the face of this and I'll run it. And I get paid on the back end or some shit. So they're like, let Snoop go up there and talk his shit.
I wouldn't be surprised if P. Diddy ordered some of it. I wouldn't be surprised.
Who knows, man? But Snoop was at the right place. He got the right people involved. He got the deal done. So now all we talking about is Snoop.
And Snoop just signed to Def Jam.
Yeah.
Last year.
Yeah. They brought him on as a creative something where he's
he just dropped his album off with him. So
yeah.
Jay-Z.
Yeah,
I'm quite sure Russell had something to do with him getting this Death Row as well.
Yeah, man. But it's Snoop. He's just been making all the right moves.
Talking to all the right people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's talking to those.
And everybody loves Snoop.
Yeah, talking to those Martha people. All those execs.
That was I think him doing that show with Martha was one of the best things he could have did for the public eye.
You talk about to change your fucking image. Now you're a household name. You're not this this thug at the door.
But it also helped Martha out too. It made Martha better than what she was, but she went to jail.
Yeah.
Black
folks is fucking with Martha now.
Yeah, she got stripes. She got stripes now. Because she went down there and say shit. She's like, I did what I did. Yeah, I moved some shit around when I wasn't supposed to. Yeah.
It made people of color look at her different, like, oh, Martha, she down with us?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. She down with some white collar crimes?
Isn't it a big difference between she down with us than she don't got no problem with us?
Big difference. Big difference.
Because she did some nigga shit. She did some nigga shit.
Facts.
Am I the only person thinking that Snoop's hitting that?
Man, I wouldn't be mad.
Well,
I wouldn't be mad, man.
I ain't mad at him if that's happening.
I don't think Snoop doing it.
I don't think so either, but I wouldn't be mad if the image.
Now Snoop might have got high as hell with it and got his brains blowed out by her. That might have happened.
I don't want to think about that shit, man. That's so fucked up.
Much respect to Snoop Dogg.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Martha Stewart too.
And Martha Stewart
Martha
busting
Stewart.
it
Big
open
ups to
for a
Martha
real
Stewart.
nigga.
Okay.
Yeah, real nigga. Martha
What
Stewart.
exactly is Redman shooting for with this thing he's doing?
That's what that's
So,
what's
What's he shooting for?
the national
And big ups
cannabis
to
party.
Redman. Big ups to Redman right now.
Oh
Yes,
shit,
big ups.
shit.
It is.
much respect, Redman.
So he is the National Cannabis Party tries to influence legislation at the state level. So I guess they got a bill in the New York Congress related to marijuana right now. Yeah, so they're just trying to change marijuana policy.
He just want to move free. He just want to move free with his
So I got
bud,
a
just like he
question for
do
the panel.
overseas.
I got a question for the panel.
What's that?
In your opinion, we can go down the line. Which is better, based on your understanding and opinion? Legalization of marijuana or decriminalization? And I'll tell you where I stand. I stand with decriminalization.
I'm right there with
Why?
you.
Yeah,
Why?
because legalization
It's the
is
same.
oh
Go ahead, Tank.
no. Please,
You're probably going to
I'm
say what
sorry.
I'm thinking. No, you're probably going to say what I'm thinking. I just want to hear you.
No, legalization means that you're trying to regulate it in some form or fashion. So there will be laws and people will go to jail behind fucking marijuana, even though you've legalized it. They found that more marijuana arrests in Denver in Colorado after they legalized marijuana.
Yep.
They were still arresting black people for shit. But when you decriminalize it, then yeah, it's treated like any other plant.
Substance.
Yeah.
You won't get you won't it won't ding your credit. It won't cost you no days off from work. So yes, decriminalization of it. I don't fuck legalization because they will still ding you. But
And steal from you.
Yeah. So
They're gonna find a loophole on legalize. They're gonna find a loophole, just like it's state and federal. They're gonna find a loophole. So you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
That's always been my take on it. Decriminalize it, don't legalize it, because all you're gonna do is give them more loopholes to steal from the people and punish the people who are just trying to either survive, treat ailments, you know what I'm saying, or even make a minor come up, in business, try to do it legit. And like the old law was, you had to have a certain amount of pounds in your possession in order to get a stamp. And once you applied for the stamp and admitted that you had it in your possession, they would come and seize it and throw your ass in prison.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
see what I'm saying? That makes exactly. That's a trick bag.
That's what I want to see them do. We have a lot of people of every color in prison right now over some weed.
Yeah.
This is
insane.
This is the answer to your question.
No
what Redman's trying to do? He's trying to get laws passed. Like, hey man, y'all got to stop with this harassment of this shit, man. Y'all call it recreational and all that, but yet you want to give me a fucking felony on the back end, depending on how you feeling that day. So yeah, man, I think that's.
And all of us is from the Yo. So everybody on this panel knows somebody in jail right now behind weed back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
They pour you over just because it smelled like it. Like, dude, ain't nobody smoked all day. It's just in the cushions. That's just what the car smell like. That's just what it is, man. But hopefully my man keep pushing the push and get some shit done, man.
Is Method Man standing with him on this, or
it just says him for right now? But I'm sure everybody's co-signing with him. Like, hey man, let's go.
Because Red and Snoop is boys too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. They got some crazy stories about how the East Coast cats used to come out west or whatever and get their bud or whatever. It's like Redman will come to the fucking hood, will catch a fucking cab and get off. Because it was Keefy D telling the story. He was like, man, he would come to one of my trap houses, man. It was the funniest shit. We'd be looking like, who is this? oh, that's fucking Redman. Like, who's bringing a cab to the fucking hood or whatever? They said straight from the fucking airport, straight to the hood, got his bud, and then went to sound check or whatever. It's like it was fucking Redman. I could see him doing some goofy shit like that once he land. Like, dude, I gotta get my shit right.
I mean, yeah, he was just, hey, I'm going to get what I need.
Hey, man,
Him and
Cap.
Keith,
You know what I mean?
And he was
Him and
like,
Keith
man,
Murray,
this is
similar
this is all
stories
during
about
that
this.
whole East Coast, West Coast bullshit or whatever. It was like Red had no issues moving through LA. You know what I mean? He would
You hear
come in
Short
and get
Dog
his
story
bud.
about Keith Murray
Nah, what's up?
taking him under the tunnels in New York into the under the. You gotta check it out.
Definitely.
But I already knew Keith was a real one. When they had a show in Steubenville, it was Killer Army, Redman. It was, what was it called? The Death Squad? Death
Yes.
Squad?
Yes.
Yeah, let's just say certain individuals was hiding under tables, which I couldn't really say I blame them being in the outside the element.
Got
but
you.
those two individuals were stand-up guys. I would just put it that way. I ain't gonna bring up no old, my
Right.
bad, possible.
Right.
You know.
Appreciate you,
Let's
man.
just say they was real, and the dudes in the town even told me they was for real. They was real dudes. Like,
Yeah, I heard Keith Murray was a live wire anyway, though.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a live wire anyway.
But yeah, man, they said the cats didn't understand how East and West Coast cats got down with each other. Like, speaking of your homeboy 8 or whatever, I didn't know he was down with fucking Wu-Tang.
Yep.
He was in a damn video with Can It Be So Simple. It was like, check the scene at the corner store.
And it's so simple then.
Yeah, it was like, and pause it right there and tell me who that is. And I looked, it's fucking MC8, that long black jacket, his fucking LA hat or whatever. He's just sitting there in front of the corner store. It's like, man, y'all have no idea how these hip hop ties, how they tie into each other, man.
But you know what I think? In my opinion, back then, I think hip hop was at its realest state that it had ever been. And real recognized real compared to now.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So it don't matter what coast you was from, because we didn't even get no East West Coast until Biggie and Pop, for real.
Right.
So if you was real, they respected you no matter where you was from.
Right.
So
man,
back then you could do it. Because back then, if you lived in New York, you had to come to Cali. We had to.
Right, and vice versa. You had to.
Yeah. I mean, we came from the era where, I mean, shoot, what? The Bloods and Crips was banging on wax.
Man, what you think?
They put family and money
man,
first.
that's a classic. I'm gonna have to play that tonight.
First, right?
Yeah.
Right? And then you had what was it called? Above the Law. You 8
Code 187.
Code 187. Brother Lynch Hung. You had
Spice One.
Thank you. And we listened to it all.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we listened to it.
And you know what? Spice One was he's really from Vegas. And then he moved to Richmond, California. You know what I mean? But he was on it so cold though.
Man.
Yeah. He was on it so cold.
That's who fucking Park emulated. You know what I'm saying? He went up to the Bay, whatever, and he was like, Spice One said, he's like, dude, Tupac, was like, dude, I love your shit so much. I sampled your shit and I'm not paying you for it. Remember that one hook he took about I lost my cousin last week and I still can't let go or whatever on that Tupac song? He's like, yeah.
On Spice One's album, American or America, what was it? He's standing in front of the flag.
Yeah.
Okay. American something like Pac and Breed and them is on that album because Pac and Breed was cool and Pac was cool with Spice One.
Yeah. So I'm about to tie it in the Dayton family.
Yeah.
All the motherfuckers. Listen, man. Oh, everybody was fucking with everybody.
Exactly. That's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
That's what it's supposed to be. Because you got to think about it. Back then, a lot of rap artists, when they did a remix, everybody was on it.
Yeah. Everybody.
Craig Mack, everybody was on a remix. Everybody.
Don't you get suspicious. I grant your wishes every time. Man, you're going to make me listen to that tonight. That's still one of my favorite remixes.
Mine is probably Headbanger.
Oh, the Headbanger, yeah.
The Headbanger. That was
the original one with, come on, man, KSOLO. Come on, man. That nigga taught me how to spell.
That's
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
Hit me though.
Fucking letter
Jay
man.
Solo.
brother
Jay
right
Solo.
there.
Come on, man.
Your mom's in my business.
Business.
She's in my business.
Shit.
Man.
Are them cats related?
Oh,
No, they're
brother.
not. They're not. They did a
I thought that
song
was his
called
brother,
me.
what?
They did a song together called "Me and My Big Brother." It slaps, man. They sampled that damn Just Ice. Oh,
Okay.
God, that
Shout
shit
out
was,
to Eric Sermon because none of that would have been possible without him.
hey man, the Green Eye Bandit.
Green-eyed bandit.
Green Eye Bandit. Man.
Yeah, none of Eric's shit could have been possible without Redman.
Red
Listen
Man,
to that shit
Keith.
and then put it in Red's voice. Red
Yeah.
did a lot of writing for Eric.
Of course, he was like how
Right
Snoop and
for a
Dre
lot of
was.
Yeah.
You know, I ain't got time to be sitting here pinning shit. You know,
Don't nobody want to hear me rap no more.
see exactly.
But EPMD, their first two albums, their first three,
Come on, man.
you can't tell me nothing. It's I shot
Man.
the sheriff. What was it? A customer.
That's that
Oh,
east side. That's that east side culture from the Yo for sure.
Yeah, that's
And
when you
didn't
put
listen
your
to
hazard lights on.
EPMD
Yeah, you
or
put your hazard
Redman.
lights on, and then you put on listen to my demo. Yeah,
Oh man, stop,
come on, man. See what I'm saying? I just set the
Man.
whole scene for you right there, man.
man.
Remember hardcore and make the brothers act foolish.
Man, the way that came on.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, man.
Take me back. All right.
Yeah, we
gotta come back to reality now.
I'm the E of the PMD. You drive a Corvette, I drive a Samurai Suzuki. You a locksmith.
I drive a Samurai Suzuki with his big ass.
Yeah,
That was the shit, man. That was a dope whip back then.
man. But I mean, back then for me, they had one song called Jane. I mean, I was
Jane,
young,
it's
man.
a whole series of Jane. It's
The
like
whole-
Jane 4.
yes,
Jane 5.
like-
Yeah.
Man, like
Red did the same
That's-
shit too, man. You know, come
that
on, man.
Red his album Muddy Waters.
Waters.
Um,
We still waiting on Muddy Waters too.
What's the little comedian dude? The little cartoon character. What's his name? That Red Man got with the red skull cap.
Shit.
You know what I'm talking about, though, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
little,
yeah,
his
yeah.
little mascot.
He had him on the cereal box and everything. What the cat was that nigga name, man? I can't think, man. But that rap was real. Even I respect that. And like me, Ed was talking earlier, Busta Rhymes.
Yeah, you saw
Oh
that shit.
yeah.
Hey Jay,
Oh,
what you call it? I didn't send you the link, but him and Dave Chappelle is going on tour this summer
Oh, dope.
called Dave and Buster.
Okay. See,
Nice play on words, but yeah, these two. Come on, man.
that's
The greatest finisher of any remix ever. You know, is
Don't
Busta
you
Rhymes.
get suspicious.
Yes, I would
every time.
to have to follow that dude if I was in the game.
His greatest track to me is "Put Your Hands Where My Eyes Can See."
He's got so many. though.
Man, you can't just say one.
He's
Don't
got
do
That's,
that.
so
that's,
Don't
man,
do
that's
that,
my
man.
greatest
Don't
from
do that,
him.
man.
That's my
Don't
greatest
do
from
that,
him.
man. Don't
Hey.
do that, man.
I love that one and the one with him and Janet. But "Put Your Hands Where My Eyes Can See,"
Yeah, I got you.
this shit touched
Yeah.
me.
I got you.
Yeah, I
Mine
feel
is,
you. I feel you.
I could go with Woo Ha because it hit so
Woo-ha,
hard.
woo-ha.
And then the remix with
Yeah.
ODB. Come on, man.
Yeah.
He linked up with ODB. Them two motherfuckers went on the track and went back to back. Come on.
You know
man.
what? He's the reason why I get frustrated with GOAT conversations when it comes to hip hop.
Got you.
Mm.
Because
I
when
got
you
you.
talk about live performance, when you got a nigga that big
Yeah.
and standing at the back of a stage without a microphone,
Yeah.
and besides
Yeah.
DMX, there was nobody who could do that like that ever.
He got high energy, man.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. He is the energy master. He is
I've-
he is Chi Gon Kwan. He is
I've been a fan
Man.
of Bus since LONS. That's the leaders of the new school.
same here.
It's just
Yeah.
another case of
Him and
that
Charlie Brown.
PTA. Man, when he was the last cat. He was the finisher.
Yeah.
When he came on, I was like, who is that dude with that raspy voice?
And he was really
That was
wide
hard.
up back then. He was
Yeah.
Dude,
You know what I mean?
on the cover in the insert of the album, it said "Peace to Class of '91."
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? These cats,
Yeah.
this is our era, man.
Yeah.
These cats was
Yeah.
dope. I was like, this cat is a monster.
Because I was begging him and Tribe Called Quest.
There it is.
He would come
That
on
was my
other people's
pick.
remixes. That's why I quoted his little part on
Yeah. The scenario.
In your ear
The
remix.
scenario.
Yeah.
Oh, that remix scenario was a mastermind. That shit.
I grant your wishes every time.
Man.
Busta Rhymes. He came in there. I mean, Craig did his thing. Don't get me wrong.
But
the other guy, LL, was sweet. He did his nice candy.
You know who
Mac
they
Daddy.
put on to close the show.
Yes,
He is the closer on Scenario, on Just Another Case of the PTA, on Flavor in Your Ear remix.
Right.
All Busta.
When he did that song with Janet Jackson, then I knew he was where he was doing it then.
Yeah.
That was a hit.
True.
Yeah.
That was a hit.
Give It to Me with Mariah Carey too.
Yeah.
That was
Right.
cold. That was dope.
He said Busta got a catalog, man. It's like, man, like I like that truck volume. I mean, his intensity. You know what I mean? Like, oh my
Who would you put him up against in the verses? Who got enough energy to go against Busta? Who got enough hits to go against Busta?
Ooh.
Busta got 2 decades of hits.
There's hits and there's energy. That's two different dynamics.
Right. He hit that's a 1-2 punch.
Yeah.
So who can go up against?
I think the closest dude he died. That's DMX.
Man.
That's it. As far as energy, that's it. That's the only
Yeah.
person. I'm sorry. That's it.
I'm thinking too. I really can't think of nobody who got that kind of energy.
Nobody,
man.
Who got a catalog they can go up against?
But I just saw something, man, that kind of piqued my ears a little bit. I looked and they were talking about a versus. Ice Cube versus Scarface.
Yes.
I want to speak on that. Because
I saw that, I'm just like, I've been on this platform saying how much I hate fucking verses and all that bullshit. Just let the cats go. You know my stance, but that one, I was like, okay.
I had to blow one to him. Listen here.
Talk to him.
Scarface and Ice Cube versus. I had that on my social media page a year ago.
Okay.
It was when he first started talking about it.
Okay.
So now, and I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm gonna be honest about it. I was on the Cube side. I was like, Cube gonna kill him. Cube, right?
Mm-hmm.
I sat down and just went through my playlist. On top of that, I went to YouTube, and looked it up, and then it showed Scarface's archive of everything he's done. And then I started thinking of all the albums that I banged the most, and it was Scarface. And lyrically, they both are masterminds in their own right. But to me, at the end of the day, now that I've seriously thought about it, I am going to ride with Scarface.
Okay.
Hands down.
Enough said. I'm sorry. I love me some Cube, but Face, he hit a little different for me.
Yeah, he's my pastor in the hip hop religion.
There it is. That's pretty much what it is.
I love
That's
Ice Cube.
pretty much what it is.
Ice Cube
man.
will never hear an ounce of hate out of my mouth towards him for anything that he's done.
Yeah.
No, I got all kind of respect for Cube, but I'm riding with Scar. Like Scarface did, he do hit different.
That's my pastor.
Yeah.
Man, I just think about
Scarface did that shit.
I'm just thinking about like songs like Smile, you know what I mean? And I was like, just the way he be, like you say, he's the preacher. You know what I mean? He's giving a sermon.
He's telling a real story. That for me, his verse, how the whole thing go.
Yeah.
Listen, when he did Last of a Dying Breed, I was like, he could retire right now.
Pretty much.
I wouldn't be mad at him as long as he does a cameo here and there. And
then he had a hit.
When I heard that fix,
man,
I was like, it's over with. Like I wouldn't even, like, if I was a rapper at that time, I would be like in contemplation. I mean, when you coming out with a new album, I'm like, soon.
Not now.
Which one of the albums is your number one album?
Which one? Who?
Which one do you like the most?
Out of whose album?
Scarface's.
The one with a smile on it.
Mr. Scarface.
I'm sorry.
Walking up the block.
Man, I'm sorry.
That's gonna be The Diary.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's gotta be The Diary still.
Hands down.
But then Last of a Dying Breed for me is number two.
I like The Diary and Scarface Top of the World.
Top of the World.
Was dope.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
dope. Too.
Okay. See, now you
That-
didn't said some shit.
I had to go back. That's just that real. That's ooh, boy.
I'm glad you went back. I'm glad you went back to the
I got that
catalog.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you
I
went back
got
to
that
the
too. I
catalog.
just, I'm going what hit me the most, and that I can relate to at that time.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I was rolling around the yo back then, so you already know.
Yes, sir.
Cube can't fuck with Scarface in the verses.
No. Now
He can't even
we
come close.
going back and forth, man. What we gonna say? What Jacket for Beats?
Okay,
You know what I mean? It's we
Jacket for Vaseline.
and then what? Then what? You know what I'm saying? You didn't even go.
Lethal Injection was a good album. America's Most Wanted was a good album.
That album. That's one album. That's solid album. America's Most Wanted.
America's Most
That
Wanted.
album.
Yeah.
Lethal
And
Injection.
Lethal Injection. Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Lethal Injection. That I ain't gonna like one of his best, but I'm clubbing from Players Club.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
he was hit and miss ever since Lethal Injection.
Yep.
It's been like,
But we got a lot of albums out that we ain't banged because we kind of left them in the dust and they won't push like that.
Yeah, but that's not on us. That's
got
not
one
on us.
or something like that.
You dealing with hood dudes, whatever. We used to just stick our head out the window and like, what the hood is playing. Oh,
Right.
Like, who bumped? What is that? Who you bump? How many times I've been with you and you roll over and stop somebody? Like, man, who is that you playing? Okay, yeah. Now we got to go get that tape. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that could happen.
Yeah, that's what it
There's
was.
no question about it.
That's why I was like, it's not on us to be checking for him. It's like, dude, nobody's banging your shit. I don't hear it. You know what I'm saying? I don't hear where I
That's
go.
why I said Faces
You know,
my past.
so got put them. Was it BET Raps was big, and we just was on. I don't know. A lot of black movies was out. Jason's Lyric, Scarface was all over that.
Right.
You know, playing everything. We got when you think about it, a lot of the albums that we banged came from soundtracks.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you think about it, Jason's Lyric was a hot soundtrack. Poetic Justice was a hot soundtrack.
Juice. Murder
Juice.
was the case.
Juice was crazy.
Menace to Society.
Above the rim. Above
Boys
the
in the
Rim
Hood
was like,
soundtrack. Yeah.
Ice Cube in it when the racial one. Higher Learning.
Higher Learning was a
Higher
dope
Learning,
soundtrack.
yeah.
my skin is my
Dope
sin.
soundtrack.
Yeah.
That was a dope R&B. That was a dope soundtrack.
Above the Rim was dope. Menace to Society
That was a
soundtrack
dope
was dope.
soundtrack.
Shit,
That's what made people
Boys
pay
in the
attention.
Hood soundtrack was dope.
Yeah, they even Boomerang movie soundtrack with that
Yeah,
hot sex.
yeah.
Come on, man.
Blank
Hot
Man
sex
soundtrack
drop?
was hot, lightweight, nice. Blank
Yeah.
Man, remember that?
Yeah.
Mo
That
soundtrack.
was
Yeah,
nice.
Mo Money sound-
for sure.
Money
Yeah.
soundtrack. Good.
Yeah.
Right, man. That was like
We
solid
would think
album or whatever. Yeah.
And that's how you would pick an artist, listen to that on the soundtrack, and you go get their shit.
That was
That's
like
how they
our
used to
version of a
launch new
mixtape.
artists. But remember, they used to introduce new artists that way.
Yeah.
They would
Yeah.
say their name in the beginning. New tech, so and so.
Snoop.
They come in, would sing and rap or do what their thing was. And
Oh yeah. Deep cover.
Deep cover.
Deep cover. Shit.
Deep covers would really put people on. Oh, Snoop.
Yep.
Yeah.
That
Before
was
he
the
had
first
a
time
pro.
we ever heard him.
Yeah. Before he had a pro.
Off a soundtrack. Soundtrack paved the way for that. Everybody was still on tapes and CDs. There was no other way to stream but word of mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, like I said, that was our version of a mixtape. You know,
Basically,
everything, you got everything, R&B, hip hop, all that shit was on a soundtrack. And we had some, y'all just listed off, we didn't even do a whole nother segment on fucking soundtracks. Shit, what was our favorite sound? We'll do that for next, what you call it, favorite fucking soundtrack.
Yeah.
Because don't forget about Life, all that shit.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
presidents made you listen to some old shit, your mama shit.
Dead presidents. Oh, yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, man.
Central.
Shit.
Flashback for real.
Man,
For
I
real.
gotta sit down, man. Shit is fucking crazy. All right, man. We move on. We didn't. Wow, we done stayed on this shit way too long.
Yeah.
You made me think of the Inkwell, Crooklyn. All right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm going to shut up.
Yeah.
All right. Here, let me see. What's this? So we had the
Gotta lighten it up a little bit, man. Gotta lighten it up a little bit. All this new technology, Craig.
yeah, what happened, Ed?
Yeah, little mama forgot to turn off the Bluetooth. Said that she done hollering at her little side dude, and he ended up calling. I think this story started from it was a TikTok or something, and it's coming from the kid perspective, like trying to back up their dad, like because they were in the back seat, dad in the driver's seat, mom's outside, and she's walking in or whatever, and the shit go off, and yeah, it's old buddy, and I guess him and dad have a nice little conversation, and then the mama get in the car was like, "Hey, what's going on?" I was like, "Yeah, I thought I told you to stop talking to old boy." She tried to play it off like it wasn't going down, and I guess everybody in the car was like, "Hey, dummy, Bluetooth." We know that was old buddy that was just calling.
Because the dude was like a client, right?
What's up?
The guy he was her client, right? Like she was or something, right?
Yeah, she was a realtor or whatever, and he was a client, but the husband picked up the vibes, and the wife knew that dude had feelings for her and all this other shit, and was pretty much like, "Look, it is what it is. Let's try to stay professional, but could you not have this motherfucker call you after hours?" And sure as shit, the Bluetooth kicked in. That's what happens, man.
You worried about the phone calls and not the dicks you've been getting?
Wow. Yeah, he said he talked to him, man, and the kid felt bad for the dad and was like, they end up, still staying together, working it out.
So this wasn't just no flirting phone call. This cat was actually seeing this man's wife.
Yeah.
And she was on some "not right now, baby. I told you I gotta hit you up later."
Wow.
And he that's what it is. Okay. Yeah. That's what it is. All right.
Okay. He should have quietly kept that to himself and exited.
Hey, man.
Man, it's so hard though.
Shit. It's only a tank if you make it feel that way, homie.
Why don't women use prostitutes?
They do, yo, homeboys, nigga.
Now I'm just saying, like,
you mean like how
who don't call your fucking your house prostitutes?
Right.
Who don't have conversations with your significant other? Prostitutes. Like, why don't women use prostitutes? How come there ain't dudes out there selling dick?
There is.
It is. That ain't enough for them.
That's why it's that much worse when, to me, in my male opinion, that it's worse when a female cheats is that much worse because it's more emotional.
Right.
They want
to bond on all these.
She already passed you before she takes the actions. She's already passed you.
Right.
She 5 moves ahead on the board.
Dick in the first place. She checked the conversation and the emotional support.
Yeah.
Then she gave her the dick.
Yeah.
It was an exchange of that. Because like he said, if she already got an ear to the street and looking out the door, she already gone emotionally.
Checkmate.
I love how everybody these attributes to women, like, oh, they have these like spiritual connections, and at the same time, a woman to tell you, like, as soon as I see a motherfucker, I know whether or not I'm gonna give him some ass.
Yep,
it starts there. That's the spirituality right there.
That's the spirituality. That's it. That's it.
To a creature, we may say that. I say that big, I'm gonna fuck her. I think women see a man they find attractive, and if they get to conversate, that's when they say, I'll fuck him. But you could say something in the conversation, that bitch won't.
The whole thing forever. Put yourself for permanent friend zone.
Yeah.
One step more than we
curbside assistance.
Yeah.
You're right. I agree. You're right. I think Tech's right too. They know just off rip. That's what Kevin Samuels is saying to these women, and I agree. That's this one particular thing is from rip whether you're attracted, whether you would give them some or not. So don't go out with them if you couldn't see yourself possibly ever giving them some. Like if that's what I'm saying. If he's expressing to you the interest. He's gonna spend time. He ain't coming at you just straight up raw like, yeah, let's get it on. I just want this. I just want to hit and go. And you entertain that, and your conversation goes beyond that, and boom. don't go out with him if you're not going, because you already know what the chase is for.
Yeah, but you know,
put you in the friend zone, and she'll tell you up front. If she don't like it, put you in the friend zone, and you still pursuing her going out. She done told you what it was.
Here's the problem, though. Here's the interpretation. I learned this from an old school player, South Carolina. He said, "Is that woman your friend?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Has she ever introduced you to one of her homegirls to go out?" I said, "No." He said, "Has she ever hooked you up with some pussy?" I mean, not her own, but one of her girls that just looking for somebody and you fit the bill. I said, "No." He said, "She's trying to be with you." He said,
Or
"Now, if she your friend," he said, "Now, if she's your friend, she's gonna hook you up. She's gonna get tired of you complaining it's a drought. Oh man, I my homeboys, they all got girls right now. She gonna be like, nigga, shut up. Give me the phone. Whatever. Come over. I got my friend. I want you to meet him. Da 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 da. And she gonna be like, all right, I'm going to the movies, y'all.
I mean, but what I think there's a little flaw in that scenario because she keeping you around because she done got your ass in the simp zone.
No.
Still...
You got it right. That's what I'm saying. He had to hit me to the fact if she says we're friends, then okay, introduce me to your other friend.
Got you.
If she has any.
Yeah.
Well, we ain't talking to she ain't got friends. She already a weirdo. That's just, I mean, we not cool anyway.
If she ain't got no friends, you her only friend.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother topic.
Yeah. But I feel you.
I just think, some people don't like each other in the same way at the same time. And then some people you could tell this female, I like you, but maybe she don't have the qualifications for you to get past a friend, and you're just not attracted to her more than that. Yes, if you take her out, she gonna take it the wrong way. But I feel like if you told her what it is and she's clear on it, even though women are emotional creatures, and she still wants to continue being friends, now she's in the hope zone. She hoped by being your friend, you will see her in a different light and change your point of view. And the women are a little bit more patient than men. And a lot of us, when we fall in the friend zone, we just dumb as hell because we think we're going to do something to get out. And that bitch probably got two other niggas that she like, we can be dumb about it.
Yeah.
There's on some bullshit right now because, like you said, when you're in the friend zone, they still ain't hooking you up with side pussy. You emergency dick.
Yep.
You just the choice of emergency dick, standby dick.
Made me think of another skit. When Big John skit.
Purdue
want to borrow some meat. Want to borrow some
meat.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. The other one is Troy in LA, the friend zone. But no matter what he did, the girl kept giving him all the signals and everything. Right when he'd be about to close the deal, it would be this little dude to come out the closet and yank him and pull him into the friend zone closet. Y'all never seen that skit?
Yeah. Like I said, man, that's what it is.
Yeah.
We'd be dumb as hell on that shit, man. We think it's just a possibility. As long as she's still calling, you know what I'm saying? We figure it's a possibility.
Hope,
most girls or whatever, they'll stick around for a little bit if they think, like you said, like Craig said, maybe if I dress a little different, maybe these girls that he's looking at, I start looking like them, maybe he'll come around to me, you know what I'm saying? Because I got his ear right now.
The person got to like you or you got to like the person. And I like them enough to do either one of those two things.
True.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like some people don't got enough green lights. They got your qualifications is 5 green lights. They only got 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
you know what, you're right. I had a scenario like that. It was one I was really shocked. You be in a relationship, not necessarily a long term, but say like a year and a half, you dating somebody. But that person, after you end it with that person, and the friend tells you, "Oh, what do you mean you're going out with this one now?" Like I just said, I'm going out with this one now. What's wrong with that? I just thought, okay, I thought I was going to be next. You never told me that. What do you mean I never told you that? I mean, how long we been talking?
I've
what I'm saying? I've been in that one, and then I see what you guys are saying.
And I never
think Yeah, I didn't think she was even looking at me that way, but it was obvious.
I actually think she was looking at me that way.
See,
But
yeah.
But I mean, nothing ever came out of it anyway. So fuck.
Especially if she's been around the fam, you know, she's been in the honeycomb hideout. She know how the crew get down, and it's like you just gonna be like another notch or whatever. Is that what you signing up for?
I feel so depends on your maturity and it depends on time. Like all of us got at least one female friend from middle school, high school that we've always been cool with. We might not speak to her every day, but when we see that up, nothing will never happen between me and that person. But what if I got a good friend that I've been known 3-4 years? I met them when it's a different type of relationship. It's a different type of friendship.
Right.
The chances are stronger for something going on from that than from a childhood friend.
Definitely.
You feel? So time got a lot to do with it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fact. What you think there, Tank?
I don't know. I just really think prostitution should be legal in every state. Then we wouldn't have all these unhappy, broken marriages. And I don't know, maybe we shouldn't have this monogamy shit going on. Maybe we shouldn't expect it anymore.
You probably, huh?
Now, I don't know, man.
It's complicated. It's complicated.
It's complicated. Yeah, it's complicated.
Craig.
That's all.
One question. If women did have prostitutes, right? Okay. Here's the scenario. Your girl cheats on you. Would you rather her cheat on you with the average nigga or with a prostitute?
Man.
I
don't want her to have a pro.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. The fucking pro. You better go get if you're gonna pay for it, and you know, go get rotor-rooted. I'm talking like, you know, I might not, if I find out about it, I might not, you know, but hey man, do you? Like if
you mess around and put a condom scud buster in her, man, and it's a wrap, man.
Your girl. That's he out there too much.
This ain't your pussy. If it was your pussy, you would have been born with one. Just let you inside it every once in a while.
There it is.
You know, that's that pussy you leased, and some people bought. You know,
right.
But hey, man, it's not yours. We can't think like that, man.
They go somewhere else. You don't want to get to a place that it might never come back from.
I can't control that. And besides, man,
your thing was prostitution. Why can't women know? I'm saying, if they did, how would you feel about that? That's my question to you. Would you rather her go be with a prostitute or be with just a common ass nigga? Which one is a better chance of her not coming back to the house with something?
I guarantee you that fucking prostitute don't fuck better than I do.
We ain't talking about
she gonna waste her motherfucking money. I'll tell you that.
Hey, let me find out that it's the other way around. I mean, hey, I got money too, nigga. Show me that move. Show me that move. What pills you taking, nigga?
Yeah. That's a good question though, Craig. That's a good question, man. I don't know.
Hey, man, I don't know. You know, you shouldn't be out here barebacking anyway. You know what I mean?
You're right.
Point two. Question is, if your girl was gonna cheat and you say a prostitute, if she pick a prostitute, the chances of him being with many women and having something and giving it to your girl is stronger than the nigga down the street.
You think?
Man, that's 50-50. That's a jump ball. That's
I don't know, man.
Because
that's like saying, I don't know, man.
That's a jump ball, man.
Yeah,
like I said,
you think if you're a professional, man, you're wearing your PPE.
Yeah, you're taking care of yourself.
Exactly.
You know, so unless your girl is cheap,
you going for your regular checkups, you know.
Nah, man. I mean, stuff. But realistically, man, it's 20.
Checkup,
man. Everybody's wearing condoms, right? I hope.
Men are not like that. 9 times out of 10, they ain't going till their dick about to fall off. Mm-hmm. So, men, we're not prone for that. We should be, but we're not.
So now you're gonna make me
man,
go dig up
I wouldn't have
statistics
a,
on adult film stars ratio of disease
Yeah.
contraction. I'm about to go
Really?
look that stuff up.
hey man, I wouldn't have a problem with it. I wouldn't have a problem with old girl going out and getting her some shit. But you know what I mean? Like that's a two-way street. You know,
Hey man, go on to the next topic, man. I see you over there struggling, man. You're rubbing your chest and everything, man. Just go on here. Yeah, we could tap out of the Craig and went there a little bit.
Two-way street.
Yeah. It's like I got to get mine.
What's understood ain't got to be explained or talked about.
There it is. You know me. Shit.
My facts ain't got to be verified by your ignorance.
Definitely. Here we go, man. I think this is when having a sibling is vital. You know, Hey, man, could you go ahead and run through the scenario for me, Tank?
I don't know the scenario, story. Bro.
Oh shit, man! You didn't read the?
I did. All right. Hold on. So, all right. So, this woman is getting married, and her mother it's her mother, right?
I think it's the mother-in-law.
What's it?
Mother-in-law.
Yeah.
Mother-in-law.
She decided to wear white to the wedding, and I guess that's a big no-no.
Yeah.
So her brother came and spilled red wine all over the mother. Fucked up her outfit.
Yeah.
Trying to outshine somebody on their wedding day, man.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, like the internet's backing the brother. Everybody's agreeing with the dude.
That's just what it is, man. You don't do no shit like that, especially when everybody gave explicit orders. Like nobody upstage the bride. Nobody wears white, and here come mom glowing. You know.
I think your mom was in the first row, wasn't she?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. And they said son did that tour, and I think she was. It took her like going home and changing and coming back. It took her like 3 hours because she got to find a new fit. And by that time, the ceremony and all the festivities was pretty much over by the time she made it back afterwards. So it was like it was a twofer. You know what I mean? Just get her ass out of there for the rest of the day, because you know she filed for that.
That was disrespectful. A whole bunch of.
Wait a minute, hold on. Disrespectful. The mother was being disrespectful?
Yeah. It wasn't even her wedding. It wasn't even her daughter's wedding. It was her son's wedding. And she just totally disrespected his bride, her daughter-in-law.
Right.
Correctly.
Yeah. And it was his brother, you know, the mother's son or whatever, who actually stepped up and was like, I got some for that ass. You know, said he walked over to her and casually tripped and spilled that wonderful Merlot.
That's but evidently she's that kind of person. Her character is this particular way, and they knew that.
Yep.
I mean, but still, it's you gonna throw this shit on somebody. Like, I wouldn't imagine doing this shit to my mama. I mean, that's in my mind, that's disrespectful, you know, to your mother. It's just one of those things. Like, if my mom show up anywhere, she get to wear what the fuck she want to wear.
Well, look, you see the photo, right? You know, that's a whole nother ball game, because you know none of us would be walking around if we did some stupid shit like that. You know, regardless, we could talk that shit, but none of this would ever happen on our side.
No. The mother was disrespect to her own. This is his wife's going to be his wife. This was her special day. It wasn't about his mother.
Right.
I think, you know, he's spilling the stuff on his mother. That's why he had to make it seem like an accident, because he didn't want to bluntly disrespect her by throwing it on him.
Right. He tripped. It was the brother. The brother did it. So I think that's a brother to, you know, you dap up afterwards and wink, nod, and be like, hell yeah, I appreciate you for that one, for getting moms up out of here. You know, fuck up the photos, you know, whatever, man. Just get her out of here. She done already missed
wife for the rest of his life if he had went through with it. Like, you know, he was saving his brother.
Yep. So I think that was he's not the asshole. The brother is a hero. He saved that shit, man.
Yeah.
They both disrespectful? I don't think so. I think it was just the moms. Moms knew better. And like you said, man, Craig, you read the story. they told her specifically in the beginning. You know,
and like saying, we don't really know the character of this mother. Every mother ain't a mother.
Facts.
We don't know the character of this woman, and she may do stuff like this all the time. And on this one day, they needed it to go right.
Right.
Hey man, if you beefing with people like that, like why invite them? Like
I mean, the whole family there, man. I mean, you can't just like everybody but you. I mean, you can.
Yeah.
Like he his mother, but she just some kind of way.
If you're gonna have an incident where you got to throw wine on somebody's mama, man, just don't bring the bitch. Like, fix her a plate. You know what I mean? Like, fix her a plate.
Hey, man, I think it was fair. She had ample warning. You know, don't wear white. But you know, seriously, what are you thinking? One time, the family had a meeting. It was like, look, don't fuck this up. You know what I mean?
And I'm quite sure somebody said something to her when she arrived.
Yeah.
This bitch got on my outfit. This bitch got
I just think it was dope that the brother-in-law or you know, the dude's brother was just like, man, I got to take matters into my own hands. I can't have this whole night just be fucking ruined. You know what I mean? I gotta my brother and just keep it moving, man. So, and I thought that was kind of dope, man.
Yeah, he took one for the. Hey, there you go. He took one for the team.
That's it.
That's how we taking one for the team in 2022.
Oh man, leave that bitch at home if you're gonna have to do that.
Tank said, man, we can't do that. We can't be throwing wine on mama and them. You get your ass kicked for that shit, man.
Like a racing chair he got there.
Yeah, gaming chair.
Yeah.
Jumping for the seatbelt.
Some gaming or some shit.
It's something. He left his damn mic on, man. We getting all kind of crazy shit from that damn. I was like, what the fuck is that noise?
Go to pay the.
Yeah.
Was it?
He was talking about prostitute. I said maybe he went to the door to pay the prostitute.
That bitch here early.
I'm live on YouTube. Wait a minute.
Yeah, not right now.
But yeah, man.
You want to say hi to the fellas? What you sipping on, Ed?
Motherfucking Pedialyte. Yeah, man. Big baby over here, man. I'm good, man. I'm good this week. That's what I'm sipping on, man. That's it. And a whole bunch of fucking water, man. That's it. I'm good this week, man. Flushing out.
All right,
yeah, man. But
you losing any weight?
Hell nah, man. Hell nah. Just sitting around being stagnant. Hell nah, man. Ain't shit shaking, man. Ain't shit shaking off.
Ah, damn. All right, man. Let me play this outro music. Let's get the fuck on out of here.
Hey, man, you came in time just to say goodbye, man. You came in just to say good night. All good. It's all good. Thank you, Cat Daddy. Appreciate you again, fam.
All right, that's it, man. We out of here. Our hype man is off. I'm injured, work-related injury.
Like, share,
subscribe.
Yeah.
Getting to put the shit up there, man.
I did the whole episode, man.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get it. We'll get it in next time.
All right, Craig. Appreciate you, son. All right, gentlemen.
Thanks, Craig.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Drews. Tank. Till next time.